A couple weeks ago, Informative released an episode about English learners,
who they are,
what their struggles are,
and how the system is helping them.
If you haven't heard that episode, you should definitely go check it out.
It's called English Learners Part 1, and you can find it wherever you get your podcasts.
In Part 1, we talked about what it's like to be an English learner, but today on Informative, we will play clips of English learning students sharing their stories.
They will talk about how the experience was for them,
along with what helped them learn.
This girl is named Carolina, and she was new to English.
She came from El Salvador about 3 years before this interview.
It was really exciting for me, but I was also scared at the same moment.
When asked what helped her learn the language, she said,
"My teachers inspire me to become what I am now, because I learned it while they were talking. I hear it and I learn the words, repeat it again in my head, and then the songs. I heard Katy Perry's, Taylor Swift, Carrie Underwood, all those songs, and I remember the same words repeating in my head, and they were more easier to make them learn English to me."
It seems that Carolina was very excited to learn the language.
Yeah, she also says that it was scary at the same time.
Everyone learns the language differently, and for Carolina, it was her teacher's support.
Knowing that your teachers believe you can do something that you might think you can't might be very inspirational.
Carolina also mentions that listening to music helps her.
This next girl's name is Alice.
She came from Brazil 2 years before this interview.
When I first came to this country, it was really hard because nobody understood me. I was trying to speak English, but they couldn't understand because my English was really bad. And I couldn't speak very well, and I couldn't read, I couldn't write, I couldn't do a lot of stuff. It made me feel sad because I was trying to speak with them, tell them how I feel, and nobody could understand. Sometimes they make fun of me for not speaking very well.
And this is what she said when she was asked how her teachers helped her.
The things that the teacher helped me with was they used to give me some pictures to look at, and they used to say the words for me to say it back to them, and they used to give me some music to listen to it and then sing back to him, and yes, that's what made me learn real fast.
It's interesting how Alice and Carolina both said that listening to music helped them learn English.
I also wanted to mention that Alice talks about a problem that we talked about in Part 1.
Bullying.
Alice talks about how her classmates would make fun of her since she couldn't speak English very well.
This next girl's name is Darian.
She came from Honduras 2 years before this interview.
And unlike the other students who are in elementary school, Darian is in high school.
First came to United States, it was scary, obviously. I thought nobody speak Spanish, so it was pretty scary. I thought that people will be mean with me because of my different culture and my religion and all that stuff. When I came here, I still have a lot of goals. One of them was learning English. Was pretty difficult for me because I am older, so it's more difficult than younger people.
When asked what helped her learn the language, she said,
But I learned English reading, listening to music. I read a lot. My bedroom is like a library or something. Music, I love music, so that helped me a lot. My teachers and my friends also. They told me to talk with people that speak English, not only Spanish, but people that speak English very well.
Darren also mentions that music helped her learn her English as well.
She also says something that we talked about in part 1.
She mentions that it was harder for her to learn English since she came to America at an older age.
Our final story today is from us.
Heyman and I was born in Ethiopia and came to America when I was only 5 and Heyman was only 4.
We didn't know much English, so it was hard for us to socialize.
When school started, we couldn't understand the teachers,
but we were determined to learn English.
We already had a passion for reading, so we continued reading books.
We watched movies,
and we also tried making flashcards.
We were definitely a lot more privileged than other English learners, though.
We
were definitely a lot more privileged than other English learners, though.
We had the opportunity to come at a young age.
And we had a community around us that could support us as we learned this language.
Today on Informative, we took a look at the lives and experiences of some English learners,
including ours.
If you like these informative episodes, be sure to subscribe.
For business inquiries, or to add on to our discussion, our contact information is in the description below. For business inquiries, or to add on to our discussion, our contact information is in the description below. This is Heyman.
And this is Aset, signing off.